Shush, she was covered in blood. Finger pressed tightly against her lips. In a quiet, almost inaudible voice, she motioned for me to go prone. Down, not a word. If it hears us, we're both dead. Her long brown hair almost hid her half-elf ears, and through the blood I could see the faint marks of various scars and welts. She was a free flesh, I had no doubt. I hit the earth, gripping the soil tightly with anxiety and looking up at this strange, cloaked figure. She scanned the horizon like a hawk, sun just beginning to set and night coming in fast. How long ago had it been since you'd seen it? The giant, the Mai? I blinked and tried to order my thoughts. Flashes of violence, destruction, and death captured my mind. I shook my head. I can't remember. She kicked me in the ribs, causing me to lightly squeal with pain. Her voice was as steely as the curved sword that seemed fused to her hand. Remember then, it's life or death. I gripped my ribs and squinted with focus. I hadn't had time to process anything yet. I was just hauling grain with my family, our large basket backpacks filled to the brim with yellow brush, and our sun-scarred faces marred with toil. Then one of them descended on us, one of the great masters, a giant. I shook me head. We were walking to our hut like always, maybe 20 minutes ago. And? She was crouching, ready to spring up and away at any moment. Then we saw one coming down the road. What kind? What kind of giant was it? I think it was a pygmy, one of the 12-footers, and it had a strange helmet on. What color was the helmet? I couldn't keep a thought for any longer than a few seconds. With every blink I saw bloodshed against the back of my eyelids. I saw my father getting crushed. I saw my sister getting torn in half. She kicked me again. What color was the helmet, darn? I winced as I felt the tears stream down my cheek. Red. I think it was red. She sneered. Duck. Gods, they're dead. A tornado of twisting, ripping emotions tore my chest apart. It almost choked me into blacking out. They're dead. Did it say anything? She leaned in towards me, turning me to my back and grabbing my tunic tightly. What did it say? All I could hear were their screams. I don't know. Bullshit. She slammed me against the dirt. I need to know. Do you want to die, darn? Yes. I sobbed. Quite an awful, I sobbed. Yes. Her face softened. Suddenly her eyes cast to her side, and she loosened her posture. She let me go. I'm sorry. Can you bring them back? What? You're a free flesh. Aren't you magic? Does your magic bring them back? Can you go and bring them back to me? I remembered how they looked along the road. Long streams of red and mangled viscera. Not only dead, but unrecognizable. There wasn't a face left for me to mourn. Please bring them back. She was silent for a long time. It was like she was looking past me, far into the ground and into the Mother Terra. Finally, she lifted her brows and sighed. It probably didn't say anything. She sat down next to me. Like the rest of them, it probably just saw a chance to kill, and it did. I looked into the darkening sky, stars beginning to form in front of me. I saw the guardian Mai, the loving farmer, the stern watcher, and the harsh reaper. Slowly the reddish moon crested into view as well. The giants called it Elisun Mai, which meant Night King, or Great Night Giant. They said that as we slept, the giant of the night watched us to make sure we didn't sneak away. All of the humans hated Elisun Mai and its bloody stains. You can't go back, you know. She was almost a completely different person now, like a rope finally released from tension. They're going to hunt you down. Why? It's simple. She wiped blood off of her face. You're a human. They either keep you chained or kill you. Chains don't work after they take away what you love. After that, it becomes either a noose or a curse, but never again a chain. Little coughing moans erupted from my chest in between sentences, instinctual cries of pain. Why? My face was wet with grief. I just don't it. Any of it. She looked down at her feet, her face twisting as if she'd had this conversation hundreds of times and was growing tired by it, or maybe even sad. You know, I used to be excited to tell people like you the truth. I used to chase it like it was all life had. The truth? She turned over her curved sword in the dirt, its blade glowing with the reflection of Elisun Mai. But it's getting hard to do. It's tough. Yeah, I understood that, more than anything else, I knew that. I knew tough. I understand. She took a deep breath and looked up, a little hint of a smile sneaking up along her lips. Your people named it, you know. Ellis Unmai. They named it after one of your good ones, the lovely Queen Ellis. It's funny that they've mistranslated on to only mean king. It can mean queen too. Lies. I automatically shook my head, an instinctive chuckle sounding out from my chest. My people are builders. We don't name or decide things. We toil. We work. Decisions are for the Mai, the giants. That's not true. Of course it is. This debate had happened over and over in captive quarters across the mainland. The young were always hopefully, but the truth was undeniable. Just look around, their mark is everywhere. We're in the mainland, the sky is decorated by guardian Mai, and every mountain or river has some sort of ancient Mai protecting it. I've even seen it. I used to sneak out as a kid. I've seen the ancient stones and the great ruins. The words Mai are written across everything. The giants did it all. I've seen it. Now she laughed. She had a truly light-hearted smile and shook her head, not even the blood or scars hiding her genuine face. I'd only known her for maybe 10 minutes, just in the quick moments she'd rescued me from the raging pygmy Mai, but I got the sense that she didn't smile too often. You know, maybe I'm not tired of this. Maybe I'm just tired in general. This is still great. What? I am hundreds of years old, my brother. I've seen it. I've seen the truth with my own eyes. The real truth. I've seen those ruins when they weren't ruins, but sprawling cities and incredible temples. I don't know what you're talking about, brother. She turned to me, matching eye contact and staring with deep, thoughtful intent. Mai isn't a word from giant tongue. Those ruins you saw are my ruins, yes, but they're not giant ruins. Giants can't build like that. No creature can, well, no creature except the true Mai. That doesn't make any sense. In my mother's tongue, Mai was used to refer to great builders and planners. Some even translate it as the mind-blessed. The Mai are the god spawn of intelligence, creatures of infinite depth. Giants are the strength-blessed. Elves are the soul-blessed. But Mai are the mind-blessed. She nodded at me. Tell me, does that sound like the giants to you? Divine intelligence? Mind-blessed? My head spun. I gripped my forehead and winced. No, this is all lies. Humans, my brother. That's what Mai means. That's the great lie that the giants have been maintaining. Mai means human. A pulse of energy and shock shot up from my chest. I leaned up from the ground, eyes wild and scared. What are you saying? The emotions in my chest were dangerous. They were powerful? Brother, you are not a captive. The giants don't need you for labor. My breath drained as she spoke. What she was saying was heretical, dangerous, and explosive to its core, but yet somehow, someway, I knew it to be true. I knew it was true, and maybe even worse, I loved it. Brother. She laid a caring hand on me. You are not captives, but prisoners.